So as I was saying, as I was going to Capriati's, I was thinking it can't possibly be worth it because it was about 3 blocks away from Stratosphere, and 3 blocks here is, I don't know, like 20 New York blocks. It's a hell of a distance. But let me say, this was the very best roast beef sandwich I've ever had, and cost about a third of what you'd expect 10-inch sub to cost in Vegas. It was fantastic. I recommend it. After Capriati's, I went back to the Sahara, which is where the monorail stop for the Stratosphere was, and I really like this Sahara. I put it close to Paris. It's not as nice, but it's got a great interior, a very neat interior design, not generic at all. It really embraces the theme, but not in a cheesy way like Excalibur. So I played some blackjack there. The dealer wasn't competent. There's a $3 minimum table. I gave her $21, and she gave me $20 worth of chips. So that was, she corrected it when I pointed it out, but still, really making that kind of mistake. I lost all 20. Like it was just a string of terrible luck. I doubled down on a 7-4 and get a 3. The dealer has a 6 showing and ends up pulling 21, I think. Anyway, so when I was done with that, I came back to Luxor to go to the pool because my feet were killing me and I just want to relax. So much of the bonus, it's actually pretty cool to have a pool right next to this giant black pyramid. It really gives you a chance to appreciate the magnitude of this thing. It was a little difficult finding a pocket where there weren't kids screaming and splashing, but I was able to get about an hour of relaxation in before I had to come back and shower to get ready to go to the Rio. But to get to the Rio, I had to go to the MGM Grand, take the monorail from there to Harrah's, and then take the shuttle from Harrah's to the Rio. And I was in a bit of a rush because I had show tickets. And when I timed it, I left my room at like 7:02, and I didn't get to Harrah's until like 7:51. And it should not have. It just gave me a sense of just how long it takes to get everywhere. I was surprised because the monorail ride. Once I was at the MGM and took the monorail, it was like 5 minutes. So I guess it took me a while to get to walk to the MGM and finally get to the monorail in the back of it. But anyway, I did make it in time to see the show, which is what I went to see Penn and Teller. And let me say, one of my more unfortunate qualities is an unfortunate capacity to be underwhelmed. I don't get wowed by very many things. But goddamn, that was an amazing show. It's right now competing with Star Trek for highlight of the trip. It really is. I got a great seat. Center section, second row, all the way on the left. Of the center section. Like, it was just about the best seat I could get. And it was amazing how close they were. And for a magic show, you want to be close. You want to see it happening. And wow. I mean, I've seen their act, but obviously they changed it up, and most of the stuff I hadn't seen before. And it's just funny, and it's different seeing it live. And before the show started, they were having the audience like sign an envelope up on stage as a prop for later. But they had this piano player, just play music to, keep while waiting for the show to start. And there was a bass player there. And I look over and I realize the bass player is Ted. This guy is his own, he's playing the bass for 40 minutes before he does a magic show in which the use of his hands are very important. Like, that's just impressive. I thought that was pretty cool, that he was just playing the bass while the audience waited for the show to, instead of just relaxing backstage. That was impressive. The show itself was amazing, and at one point, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to ruin the joke if you ever see the act, but at one point he was talking about, maybe plants in the audience, saying, maybe out-of-work actors from Cirque du Soleil, and he pointed right at me and he says, "This gentleman right here, he looks French-Canadian," and that was that was a little thrill right there. I'll admit that was. Anyway, once again, it was a pretty long show too. If I had to guess, I'd say it was almost 2 hours. It was hour 45. And then right at the end of the show, usually when you see acts on TV, at least when I've seen acts on TV, what happens at the end of the show is, guy says goodnight, walks left to right off stage, there's applause, he comes back, takes a bow, goes off stage again, whatever, he's done for the night. The second their show is over, Penn and Teller come running down charging down the stairs, right past us, going right out the back door of the theater. Everyone's looking, wondering what's going to happen. Nothing happened, so the show's just over. For some reason, they ran out the back of the theater. So I exit the theater, and I notice even once I'm out of the theater into the hallway's moving really slowly. And then I see it. Penn and Teller are out there signing autographs. Just signing, this is, the end of a pretty long show. It's already like 11. It's already like 11 o'clock, and they're just standing there signing autographs. Oh, and by the way, I got to hear Teller speak, which was cool. So I got pictures with both of them and got them both to sign my show ticket, which is probably my favorite souvenir at this point of the trip. And it was especially impressive that Penn was there signing autographs, because, like I said before, he was playing bass for 40 minutes before the show, then does the show, now he's signing autographs. And I could see he had a wrist brace on, the kind you have when you have carpal tunnel syndrome. So, one second. Sorry about that. The kind you have when you have carpal tunnel syndrome. So, this must be the hardest working guy. Like, he really puts in a day to entertain the audience. It really impressed me to see that. And after that, I was just absolutely exhausted. I didn't feel like doing anything, so I just, I got back to the hotel room at midnight, and it had been a long day, and I'd been walking for like 90% of it. So I just crashed, and today I'm absolutely going to take it easy. I'm not going anywhere far at all. Because tonight I'm going to go see Cirque du Soleil's show Ka, which should be, I don't quite know what to expect, because I've never seen Cirque du Soleil before, so we'll see. But yeah, anyone who comes to Vegas have to see Penn and Teller. It's the best time you'll have.